what's up, you guys? Now, as you can see, we have changed things up just a little bit. I did bust out the HD cam today because it is a bit of a special occasion. However, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I am a bit self-conscious, mainly because of the fact that I get to hide behind a filter of a terrible quality webcam that just kind of blurs out all of the imperfections. But now we're gonna get up close and personal. Now, not gonna do it for no reason. It's because Siesta actually sent me a whole box of their new Pearl edition, which I'm very, very excited to show off to you guys today. As you guys know, I have been falling in love with contact lenses and playing around with a bunch of different colors. So when they said that they were gonna send these by, I was like, let's go ahead and play. However, I did want to go ahead and show you my starting point and give you a little bit of nudity with my naked brown eye. Alright, so future Rob popping in real quick because past Rob got a little too excited to review these lenses and left some integral information out. Now, you can pick up these lenses at ColorCL.com. They're 15 bucks a piece, last with my code ROB10, but they do last for 6 months. Their base curve is 8.6 millimeters. Their lens diameter is 14.2 millimeters. Now, if you've ever used the other Siesta lenses before, they are a little bit bigger than this, so you'll be able to fit these in a bit easier if you not necessarily have the biggest eyeballs. Grammar just went out the window there. And they also do not feature any limbo ring whatsoever. So if you like that kind of like Solotica hydrocore look, these ones are definitely gonna be right up your alley. Alright, so the first color that we are taking a look at are the Pearl Browns. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking that these are way too light for me. However, I'm kind of in love with them. I've been looking for a lighter color mainly because of the fact that I really do like the natural colored lenses. The ones that are almost unclockable that you can't really tell if you've got in or not, but do give a little bit of pop to the eye. But for streaming, for photos, and just for regular everyday wear too sometimes, I wanted something that did have a little bit more I guess you would say. But I didn't necessarily want a green, I didn't necessarily want a blue, so I thought I would go with something natural like the Siesta Pearl Browns. Now, of course, as you can see, they are much lighter than my normal eye color, and they're actually a cooler brown as opposed to my normal kind of like reddish brown. Now, there are two reasons for that. Of course, the color itself is cool. However, when Siesta went ahead and sent me the information on these contacts, I was like, what do you mean? So what they sent over was the fact that the design is a two-tone lens with a silver pearl pattern in the center. The silver pearl is not an overglaze and shines gently. I was like, what do you mean? So you're gonna have a brown and silver contact lens? Well, the silver isn't necessarily there as like a color per se, but it's there as an accent because, and trust me, I tried to get a shot with this with the camera, but I don't know how this camera works. Legitimately, I like bust it out once a year to record a vlog or something. Focus, glitter, no? I'm gonna get out of the way. Focus. But if you take a look at the contact lens itself, it actually has little minute glittery silver things in them. And you really can't catch it when you're looking at someone straight on. However, it does shift certain colors in certain ways, which I thought was really, really cool. You might be able to detect the fact that the eye is maybe a little sparklier. But really, in general, you can't tell that they're in there whatsoever. So let's go ahead and move on to the next color. Alrighty, so the next color that we are taking a look at are the Siesta Pearl Grays. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I am in absolute love with these ones. Now, on camera, I do realize that they are reading a bit blue, and if I'm gonna be honest, they kind of swing between blue and gray depending on the lighting around you. Right now, I do have a little bit of natural and I do have a little bit of artificial to kind of mix things up a little bit. So that's probably why they're reading like that. However, I do like these because while they do kind of show up blue, and blue isn't necessarily my favorite eye color on me, I do think that they're kind of like the perfect level where they pop, but they don't pop too much. I actually used them in a recording last night, and you can tell they were in, but they weren't like insanely like, you know what I'm talking about, like the husky dog eyes that some people have when they put on those colored contact lenses. Yeah, not a big fan of those whatsoever. However, I think that these translate so well for everyday life and for on camera. Can you see the glitters? You can see the glitters, right? I'm not crazy. Alrighty, so as you can probably tell, while the Siesta Pearl grays read a little bit like a soft baby blue, the Siesta Pearl blues are like electric. They are like right in your face. They kind of remind me a little bit, I think I'm wrong, I think they're the Hydrocore Solartica Topazios. Like those ones are super, super blue, and this one, as soon as I saw this on camera, I was like, that reminds me of those Topazios, except the Topazios have like a little bit of a yellow center to them. These ones just are like blue with that like silvery sheen in them. Now, me personally, I don't think that I can pull them off. I think that maybe if you're a little bit of a fairer complexion or just want to do something completely out there, the Siesta Pearl blues are going to be absolutely amazing for you if you really want like a pop of color. Me, however, I think I'm going to stick to something a little bit more natural. Okay, so we are still riding the intense color train with the pearl greens. As you can see, it is this very vibrant green, almost kind of like a peacock colored green. It's got, while it is very, very like emerald green, it's also got a little bit of a bluish tinge to them. Now, personally, I love the color itself. However, I don't think that they suit me whatsoever. In fact, I feel like they're pretty unnatural, but you know what? Some people are into that. And listen, if you've got a little bit of a fashion statement that you want to make, these might be the perfect pop of color for you. But, like I said before, I like to kind of like reel it in with more like soft browny yellowy greens. Those ones I think are very, very pretty. These ones are just a little too, yeah. Alrighty, so if the lighting or framing has changed whatsoever, I do want to apologize. My camera's battery did die, mainly because I was rambling too much, but let's just go ahead and finish things off with the Siesta Pearl Purple. Now, as opposed to the blue and the green, these ones are actually not as insanely intense when you step back just a little bit. In fact, it has this really kind of like cool slash odd effect where if you're not in like direct light, it actually melts really, really well with the brown color of my eyes. And it kind of, because of the silver that's in there, it kind of has this gray, brown, silver, slightly lavendery purple look that I actually think is kind of cool. Now, I know I've gone on my rants about I like natural colors, I like lenses that are fairly unclockable, I like things, you know, that look like they've enhanced your natural eye color. And these are definitely not those, but I like the fact that when you're not in direct light, they're kind of confusing. Is that really, really strange? Like, literally, I like the fact that like somebody has to squint to tell your eye color. You're like, is that purple or is that gray or is that brown? Like, because of the fact that it's a little bit darker and it's not as in your face as the other two colors, this one I actually would recommend if you want to have like a night out with friends and kind of fuck around with their brains a lot. This is definitely one of those colors that makes me want to explore other purples and almost want to see if maybe there's like a browny or gray purple that's out there. So this was definitely a cool find because I would never normally pick out a purple lens on my own. But now that I know it's a possible option, okay, so I went ahead and tossed the pearl browns in just to close things out for my first ever contact review. I hope you guys enjoyed that and found that helpful. Don't forget to go ahead and check them out at ColorCL.com. You can use my code ROB10 to get 10% off of your purchase. And do be aware that these contacts are only 15 bucks a piece. So with that discount, they're only $13.50. And there is no extra charge for prescriptions. Yes, that's how we speak, Rob. Listen, it has been a long day of recording, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. So, as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.